Hi everyone. So Assalamu alaikum, and I'm making this video on basically on queries of several people who've been asking about how been a bit nervous about the online nature of the exam and asking several questions around that. Now I have made a a little bit of just 2-3 slides on a lighter mode. You'll see there they don't look very serious. So, but the point is only to explain what to expect. I'll try to go as quick as I can because near to the exam, you don't really want to spend a lot of time in these things. There's several questions. You will receive RCOG, information on this, how to access the system and all that, and your login details, and you will have to send them a confirmation that the system is working on your device. That should be, they've given a deadline that you should submit that. That is technical information kind of document. You have to sign that it's working on your computer. Now, people strangely keep asking about, whether they should do it from their iPad or from their mobiles, but please take this exam very, very seriously. So you need a robust device where this isn't, like a laptop or a desktop computer or, some solid version of technology. I don't consider iPad a solid version of technology somehow, but yes, RCOG even says that no, you should go with a laptop or a desktop, okay? For various reasons, the system may not work on other devices, and also you need a big screen where you can see everything, you have to read the station and everything, and you can't compromise on the quality of, your exam because of these things. So, and you need to have Chrome system, please, on your laptop. Don't use other system because it might not work. Actually, you may not be able to log in. Other than that, the next very frequent and important question is whether you should be using a wireless hotspot or a wired connection. So I tell you, being in RCOG recommends, like, I think they say anything, but they do say that wired may be better because you need a real good speed and able to carry heavy load of the videos and all that. So now I am in UK here, and I've got an excellent hotspot on my phone, and even when we're not home, I use that to watch the main big television. I run 2-3 laptops at the same time and 2-3 phones at the same time from my one hotspot. So that is so powerful. I've got a real good service, okay? But still, I bought a separate wired connection for my exam. The reason was that I rather preferred to spend £60 on doing that than to compromise my exam. Okay, so I bought it for 1 month to include the dates for around the exam. Okay, so and even with that, even with the wired connection that is ideal to use, even with that, I had one station where the role players IT system didn't seem to be working very well, and her voice was coming quite broken to me. Okay, if something like that happens, please inform straight away to the chaperone who is present and who is observing you all the times. Okay, is not visible to you, he or she is not visible to you. Like they have an introductory meeting in the start, but then they disappear from your screen, but you are all the times in front of them. Every move you make, every whisper you do, everything, they can note everything. They are noting everything. They're noting your eye movements, whether you are, kind of trying to read something from the sides, if you're trying to do any eye movement away from your main screen, they'll be able to note, and they will be, RCOG will have a strong kind of action on that if they felt that something went wrong. You've been trying to, even if you they could doubt if it was for too few seconds, if your gaze was away, and because it's, to be honest, in the exam, your attention needs to be so much on the screen. You're reading, you're looking at the role play, you're looking, at the investigations and all that, and the time as well, that it really, if your gaze moved away from the center of the screen, the chaperones are only duty of the chaperone is to assist you if you have a query and to monitor you. Okay, so please be aware that you don't keep anything that can distract you on the sides. Don't allow your pets in the room and you're trying to smile at them or look at them. Don't do that, please. So keep yourself in a well isolated place where you can focus and there is no distraction. Okay, so because that's it, they will be marking and they might think that you are trying to cheat, and you might not be trying to cheat at all. Okay, but it can go against you. So what happens then? Before the exam, a night before the exam, I'm not going to talk about how you should rest and all that, because we all know that you should, and we all need to rest before the exam. But what I'm trying to focus here is that, they need your ID, a photo ID. So what I did was I prepared my laptop, I left it on the table, I made all the connections there ready, everything, all the wired connection of the internet and everything was ready a night before. And I left my photo ID next to the laptop, and I left a glass of covered, like I left a glass there, empty one, so that I remember in the morning that I have to fill it with water and keep it next to me, because you can drink water in between the station. That's not a problem at all if you're finding it difficult to speak, but you won't be able to, you don't want to waste time in getting up and moving away. Okay, there will be a break, like a 12 minutes break in between the exam after your 7th station, but still you want to be at maximum comfort during the exam. Okay, minimum distraction, so that your heart rate keeps in control and doesn't make you anxious that oh, I need to do this and I need to do this and things like that. Okay, so that's very important. So wired connection, we said Chrome, we said laptop, not other devices. Okay, and all those things. Now when you are logging in with your roll number and all that, once you log in, even the day when you are checking your connection and sending the confirmation to RCOG that your connection worked, so even on that day, you will be the OSCE system that they use, it tests your connection. What it does is it's checks the quality of your connection, and it checks your video and your audio as well on the phone. Okay, and there those icons are there on the screen when it's checking, and it keeps saying to you, and you can do the testing of the audio. So there's a window when it prompts you to test the audio, and you do that. And when it comes to the video, I'll show you, there will be like an oblong appear, like a circle appears in front of your face, and it's not a circle, actually, it's an oval. So it appears in front of your face to try to tell you that this is where your face should be. So if you're moving like this or this, it will keep saying that, you're not in the center of the screen, you're not in front of the camera, please move right, move left. So it will keep giving you instructions like that, like it will be written instruction, not once be any sound, but it will keep showing you on the screen that move a bit here, move a bit here. So when you're right in the center, that should be fine. And your level should be like not too low and not too high. So they want to see that your eyes are at a certain level. Okay, so if it keeps giving error on the day that you're testing, then make sure there's adequate light in the room. And low light, like darkness in the room, will keep giving errors. Okay, and you will not be able to send a confirmation. One of my friends had this actually, so it's based on her experience that I'm saying that the system kept giving her error, and in the end she realized that the light in the room was not adequate. Okay, and so coming to the next one, so when I said they'll check screen, it will be something like that. They'll say camera, they'll comment on, camera is okay, and then microphone is okay, and then connection, and then they'll check the quality of connection, and that's it. They'll give you when it's on sorry, I put my a recent picture in here that I was celebrating something. So it's only, I wanted to show a nice picture of myself, not an awkward one. So I think it's not bad. So so yeah, this is like this. There will be an oval shape in front of your when you're sitting in front of the camera. It will be around your face. So for instance, if you are on the side, then it will look like this, and it will prompt you to move to the center. I'm moving the blog at the moment because it's only the photo, is not myself. But yeah, if you are a bit on this side, I moved myself. Okay, so it will prompt you to come in the center of the circle. Okay, so that's it really. And then what's happening here? Okay, let me adjust my, okay, so this is how it will look like. And what's next, then once it gives you an okay, that is on the day that you are setting it. The same thing will happen on the day of the exam. So first it will happen when you are doing the technical setup, you're checking and you're sending the confirmation to SUG, and then again it will happen on the day of the exam. Now on the day of the exam, after this you will have a screen, and let me take this away, let me duplicate this. I'm not going into this show, slideshow mode, because there's a problem with the Zoom, that their system doesn't take it very well. Okay, so when you'll be in then after, once the exams, before that, before the exam starts, now you are on the screen, and then there will be a chaperone appearing, saying hello, introduction, and the chaperone will ask for your ID, which you will show to him, and and that's it really, ID and maybe your roll number and all that. And that's it. They will say that, okay, you are, you need to wait for say 40 minutes or something like that. So you're sitting right there for 40 minutes. If you want to go to the loo, you can request him, and he will straight away log it. He will write it, the time that you left for the loo and you came back. So you make sure that if you, rather than loo, you're wanting to make a cup of tea, then you inform him like that, because he will be noting down why you were away, how long you took, and do they need to doubt what you were doing, and things like that. Okay, so before the before the exam starts, there would be a briefing as well, isn't it? So this about 35 to 40 minutes will be like a dead time, which is difficult to kill really. If you know any duas, you can do that. Read those, recite those at that time, or you can, try to think of things in your mind, or you can just sit back and relax. Okay, and you can tell them that you want to go for a loo, or bring a glass of water then if you forgot, or make yourself a cup of tea, and if they allow you to do that. But yes, most of the time should be sitting there in front of the camera. Okay, next thing will be that there will be a briefing where all the candidates will be visible on this screen, which is looking blank at the moment. So all the candidates will be there, and one of the RCUG consultants will be there, and they will, kind of guide you about how the day will run and what will happen. Okay. They will tell you that there will be 14 stations, and they will tell you that the chaperone will be all the times there. If there is a problem, just, there's a chat button on the side, try to click on that, and the examiner, you can communicate with the examiner. And just to warn you, I tried that. So it's not like there's a chat button and you can straight away get hold of your chaperone. I didn't find it like that. It was like when you click on that chat button, they give you a list of who do you want to speak to. So you need to remember that the chaperone who introduced himself to you, you need to know his name, and you have to select his name from that kind of list that it offers you. Okay. I would have thought that if it was an exam and if he was my chaperone, as soon as I click on the chat, it should be him that I am able to get in touch with, but it was not like that. Okay, so please remember that when he tells you your name, when he tells you his name, remember that, please. Okay. So then after this, they will tell you, the consultant will also tell you that there will be a break of about 12 minutes after the 7th station. Okay. And they will, of course, tell you the same thing. I don't want to repeat a lot because I don't want the video to go too long, but there will be, like, the 2.5 minutes to display the station in front of you. And then it disappears, the station disappears, like the written information on the station, it disappears, and then the screen comes where you see everybody. Now I made a bit of, it will look a little bit funny, but that's all the facilities that I had available to myself to make. So this is my screen. So this is us on this side, like a bit crying. They're just showing our anxieties there. Okay, on the left side, that's us, the candidates. Okay, so, and this cute little girl in the center of the screen here, this is the role player. So this is our patient, and because it's not a stressful day for her, it's a stressful day for us, who look like really stressed on the side. So remember, this is how the screen will look like when we start our exam. Okay, up on the corner here on the right side, where you see these two people. So these are the examiners and the lay examiner. They would appear as two different windows, but I just found one picture and I put it there. There were not many free pictures available where I was searching for them. Okay, so the station that you had seen 2 minutes, seen before, and now the station started, that station is right here on this screen. People in the previous exam who didn't understand this thing had struggled a lot. So if you focus here now, this is the time that you focus, and it will benefit you loads in the exam. Okay, so please focus. The station that you were able to read, it is there on this screen, and you can make it big. Okay, people who didn't know, they struggled a lot. They couldn't see their liverwort stations, and they were, it kind of messed it up quite badly for them. Okay, so here where you see these two arrows, I don't know if you can see the cursor that I'm trying to, under the role player. So you see this double arrow pointing to each other, and so that was my observation. Actually, I remembered this from the exam. I think I made it right after the exam. Okay, so yeah, they're kind of not exactly like this. That's slightly different, but you will see two arrows facing each other. If you double click somewhere here, this is the station minimized here. Some people tried to scroll it from here, and they were trying to read it like, micro reading, and but they didn't realize that actually they could go here right underneath our stressed picture here. So they're here actually moving slightly this way. So here there is time, and then there's a refresh button as well. Okay, and there's another thing as well. So time and refresh button, and what else is there? Let me show. So time, I know there was something else as well. Time and refresh button, chat button with the examiner. I think I might have taken the wrong picture, have I? Okay, so there's a refresh button. Then oh yes, there are notes. So here there would be like a pen, okay, in between where I've made this and this time. Where can I put let me try to insert a pen here. So in shapes, would there be a pen in shapes, or would they be in clip art? Maybe there's a pen here somewhere. So if I can just get a pen and it'll quickly bring it in. Okay, so if I can go out here and insert this pen, is it getting inserted somewhere here? Ouch. Okay, so yeah, this pen you'll find somewhere here. Okay, so here, these are where you can write your notes when you are, when you are talking to, when you're going through the station and you want to make some notes, you click here. Okay, So if you are going through the station, it will be a refresh button here. After the next to the refresh button, so above the time here, okay, this is time, and above this time there will be a refresh button here. And I'm sorry, I haven't drawn that, okay. And you remember that if I go for a button here, any button. So I'll do a refresh button. So refresh button looks like a refresh button. So most of us are familiar with the refresh button. For now, I'll place a square button there, if it's okay, or a round button here. Okay, so now for now, I'll put this here. It needs to go there actually. Okay, it's not going there. So, okay, let's say that above the time, you'll find the refresh button, okay? So here it will be refresh button. Next to the refresh button is like a pen, which means that you can write your notes. This is not write your notes. The next thing, this one, is the station information, okay? So you can double click on this one to open the station information right in front of you. So if you do that, the role play will be minimized like this, and your station will open right here. I've been doing this throughout in all the stations, and I found it really helpful because that way I was able to read and I didn't have to really remember and worry that have I forgotten anything. There were additional information here which I didn't want to miss. For instance, if the BMI was given or if any investigations were given, I didn't have to panic. What I used to do was that I used to keep an eye on the facial expressions of the role player when I'm talking, but at the same time, I was able to read my station. I recommend that highly, that it will be a very good idea, but please also keep looking at the role player as well, okay? Your eyes should not leave the screen, okay? So no straying eyes, okay? So maximum, you're looking at the role player and here, and you are clicking on your notes where I showed you the pen here. So if you want to write the notes, that box will appear somewhere here, okay? And it will be in front of you. It will occupy partial screen. So it's not like if you're looking at this notes, you can't see the station or you can't see the role play. It's not like that, okay? So I hope this is helpful. If there's any question, please drop the question to me in the Telegram. And but for a reason, I just disabled the comments of the video. I'm sorry about that. But Telegram, you can come and comment, and if there's any more question, please ask, and I'll try to find time to, reply to you about that. Thank you, and good luck with your exam. And I'll try to keep posting useful things for you. And please, I should have said it in the start that you could hear this on a double speed to save your time, because I know time is so important these days, crucial importance for you, all of you guys. Good luck. I really, really, really want to hear that you did very well, and I want to hear that all of you pass, because this is such a stressful exam. It really, our lives are on hold because of these exams, and I understand that. Okay, then, bye bye.